How everybody doing, bro? Fellers?
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Brees now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
4-yard gain on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now pass complete here to Sanders. Past the 20.
This is too
touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, 51 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 33 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
On the play.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about One of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And the Saints first down.
45, Mike, 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so that behind schedule, I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Breeze's throw going to be caught by Sanders. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Saints.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Complete.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a pickup.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's Breeze getting it into the hands of Traquan Smith. And the Saints have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
With the score.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out to his left. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady to throw again. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The score is Saints 14, Buccaneers 13.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Steps away. Now Breeze lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. It's by Winfield Jr. And the return this time. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete to Mike.
23 yards on the play.
23 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Brady's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of
2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber. Why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Brady again. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got Evans. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
First down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Again, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach...
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Gronkowski.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain. Brings up
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jones, the ball carrier. Devin White on the tackle.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The throw there by Brady intended. Third down.
and 7.
Shotgun now for Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was brought down by Levante David.
On play action, now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 38 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead.
Buccaneers 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal Rob Gronkowski as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And his kick is right through.
Buccaneers 15. Buccaneers 7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And way
Hi,
past
how
the
are you
35
doing?
before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Welcome to
They
the
show run with
stream.
3 tight ends here on 1st down. And here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To throw is Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
The Buccaneer first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Brady now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. The quick slant caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal.
They can't say nothing now on my channel. Why are they still there? Sorry guys, end the stream right now, fail.